So how was this? Was this okay?
Everyone promised me you were going to be perfect, and it worked out very well.
In Manhattan's West Village, Employees Only started life 16 years ago as a semi-secret speakeasy for hospitality people to go to after work. But good food and cocktails, an exciting atmosphere and non-judgmental attitude have made the secret hard to keep. Today, the man behind that magic atmosphere, Dushan Zaric.
Hi, Dushan. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Look, everyone talks about the amazing atmosphere at Employees Only. I've heard that every hopeful bar startup in the city sends someone over to taste your drinks and sketch your decor. But a great venue isn't about the shape of the glasses or the colour of the lampshades, is it? Can you describe the atmosphere at EO?
Everything plays a role, right? To create that experience, which people call atmosphere, right? But I strongly believe it's better described as an emotional experience. You need to take all kinds of things into account. Design-wise, first and foremost, you need to design your venue in a way where the energy is allowed to flow freely, and that has to do a lot with where you position your bar, how you design the actual bar top, how you position the dining room. Is it elevated or is it in the same level? What's the lighting? What is the fabrics, the textures? All of that plays a big role in creating kind of a stage, where then the staff comes in and hopefully they're trained in such a way where they can facilitate that and encourage and enable that human experience, that emotional experience. And that's what I would call the atmosphere.
So I've heard people say a good restaurant and a good bar is a theatre, not a place to eat at all. It's a theatre, it's a place of performance.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Nobody goes out to spend their money because they're starving or they're thirsty. You know, that's beyond that's not what's happening. Additionally, these days, you don't really get to differentiate yourself that much by the quality of your product. Everybody these days can hire a talented chef or a talented bar team and create very high quality products. So that's not anymore, I think, the point of differentiation. What is the point of differentiation is, do you as a business look at your staff as a cost or as an asset? And most corporate businesses make that mistake, that they look at their staff as cost, where we always looked at our staff as an asset. Because without them, we only have four walls filled with, how you say in Australia, very expensive rubbish. It is them who bring that energy, if you will, that welcoming hospitality energy into the venue and make it alive and make it attractive. That's why it's a stage. That's why it's a theater.
You seem very focused on your people. What is it that you're doing right there?
I don't bullshit them. I believe in everything I say, and I do it, and I follow it by my example. And I'm consistent. And it's not just me, it's my partners as well. And we train our management and our staff to begin to see the world the way we see them. We see the world. Again, it's about understanding that the guest is not a walking wallet, walking pocketbook. The guest is a human being who has plans and dreams and sufferings and a hard time on this planet. And the reason they're coming to our place is because they would like to experience something extraordinary, something that is not usual in their life. And in this day and age of constant rejection by the establishment, by advertising, by marketing companies, and lastly also by the people themselves, we want to provide an environment that is free of judgment, free of free of rejection, so that people can feel welcomed and safe. And again, that's why it's an emotional experience. Restaurants and bars provide that first and foremost. And that's what's memorable. A great cocktail is a great cocktail. But again, that's not the reason why somebody will necessarily remember your place.
I saw a video where you talked a lot about a particular mentor of yours who kind of took you on as a young engineer looking for a job in a bar and built you up into what I think a lot of people regard as the bartender's bartender. So he gave you a lot. What do your staff take away from working with you at Employees Only?
Well, I think it would be better to ask them that. From my point and from my end, what I strive to give is to pass on what I know towards the end, or that they eventually become much better at everything than I am. Otherwise, I'm really not doing a good job, am I? So again, honesty with oneself is really important. Being kind and gentle and forgiving to oneself and allowing oneself to make mistakes is really important, and feel safe to do so, and to feel supported, and to have guidance. That is really important for us. And so I don't know what my staff really gets from us, but this is what we try to do. We try to pass on what we know in the hope that eventually they'll integrate that and become better than we are.
Cool. Thanks for the chat, Dushan. We'll talk again next week.
So how was this? Was this okay?
Everyone promised me you were going to be perfect, and it worked out very well.